The loaded concrete bucket was slowly lowered into the underground work area. The concreting workers initially remained a short distance away, while the suspended bucket was brought to the required working level. After the bucket reached the lower level, the supervisor approached and took control of the tag line to stabilize the suspended load. The two workers wearing yellow helmets then moved closer to the bucket to prepare for the concrete pouring work. They checked the discharge hose and the exact location where the concrete had to be placed. Because the work area was congested by the steel structure, equipment, and wet concrete, the workers moved closer beneath the suspended bucket to reach the hose. They began handling the hose while positioned directly under the loaded concrete bucket, creating a serious struck-by and crushing hazard. Before lowering the concrete bucket, all workers must remain outside the suspended load danger zone. Workers must keep at least 3 meters away while the suspended load is moving. The signalman checks that the area is clear before giving the lowering signal to the crane operator. The concrete bucket is then lowered slowly and vertically in a controlled manner. While the bucket is moving, no worker is allowed to approach or stand beneath the suspended load. The bucket is lowered as low as practicable, approximately to a safe working height, before workers are allowed to approach. The crew waits until the bucket has completely stopped and is stable, with no swinging or uncontrolled movement. Only after the load is stable does the lifting supervisor allow the workers to approach from the safe sides. The workers approach from the sides and remain outside the vertical footprint of the suspended bucket. The lifting supervisor and worker use tag lines to control and adjust the direction of the bucket. The concreting worker approaches the discharge hose from the safe side without going underneath the suspended load. He takes hold of the hose while keeping his entire body outside the bucket's vertical footprint. The discharge hose is carefully directed toward the required concrete casting area. Before concrete discharge begins, the lifting supervisor makes a final check to ensure the bucket is stable, the tag lines are controlled, and nobody is standing beneath the suspended load. Concrete is then discharged from the bottom of the bucket through the hose into the designated casting area. The hose worker controls the concrete flow from the safe side, while the other workers maintain control of the bucket with tag lines. After sufficient concrete has been placed, the discharge is gradually reduced and completely stopped. The hose worker places the hose safely and moves away from the suspended load without passing underneath the bucket. Before the bucket is lifted again, all workers move back and maintain at least 3 meters clearance. Throughout the lifting operation, nobody is allowed beneath the suspended load. Following the project's 3-3-3 lifting action keeps workers clear, the load controlled, and the concreting operation safe.